Hi, my name is Vikash, and in this video tutorial of Depot Online, I will be talking about the preventive quality. The preventive quality mainly consists of three major aspects. First is the fortnightly quality inspection, which is done by the TA. The second is the prophylactic treatment, where any spraying of the chemicals is done on regular intervals. And last is the curative disinfestation, where in case of any pests that are found in the stack, then the curative measures are taken, where fumigation is performed by the TA. So we will be seeing this in the today's session, in this session of Depot Online system. This is the Depot Online system. We will be logging in as the manager QC first to view what are the different quality preventive quality operations that can be performed, and then we will be logging in as the TA to do to record the actual quality inspection in the shed. So I'm logged in as the manager QC, and these are the various options that are available. Under the preventive quality, the manager QC can view the treatment master to view the dosage information related to the chemicals that needs to be sprayed or that needs to be used for fumigation. This master is being maintained at the headquarter level by the application administrator. Similarly, the manager QC can also view the pest master, where the details of various pests is maintained. Manager QC can also see the inspections done in the last 5 days by clicking on View Inspection Details. This will provide a full-fledged information to the manager QC on quality inspections that has been performed on different sheds by different inspectors. Manager QC can also filter this or sort this information based on the inspection date or inspection by. The quality manager can also view the information related to spray. For example, in view spray will be providing the spray information in the last few days. So these are the different stacks where the spray has been done. It also tells us which chemical was used in the last spray and how much chemical was also was used. Similarly, the fumigation information can also be viewed from here. Now let us quickly log out and log in as the TA and perform the preventive quality. So we will log in as the TA. Once we log in as the TA, these are the different options that are available. So in the top you can see that the inspection of quality inspection of any stack can be performed by clicking on the inspection link from here. The TA can select on which shed and on which stack the inspection is being done. So let's say he's performing inspection on stack A02. So in stack A02, as soon as the stack is selected, the system will provide the information of the stack history or the current stock holding in the stack. It will also tell when the last spray was done and which chemical was used in the last spray. And based on the chemical master and based on the interval defined in the master, the system will also tell when is the spray due date, when is the next time when the spray needs to be done on this particular stack. The system also tells that how many times the spraying has been done on this particular stack. So for capturing the inspection result, the TA will collect the sample and perform the analysis and tell the pest count. If the pest count is 0, the classification automatically marked as clear and there is no pest. But if the pest count is 1, then the classification is marked as few. The TA needs to select what kind of pest is present in the stack. There can be multiple pests that can be selected by the TA. If the TA selects 5, then automatically the classification becomes heavy. If the pest count is greater than 0, then the fumigation needed is automatically marked as yes, and the TA cannot select no. However, in case of clear pest count, the fumigation selection is dependent on the TA. Depending on the commodity that is stored in the stack, the parameters are presented where the TA can provide the information related to percentage of damage and the discolor percentage that is present in this stack. But if the commodity was wheat, then percentage of weevil would have been present over here. The system dynamically presents this parameter depending on the stack history. So the TA will perform the analysis and tell us the result of the damage percentage and the discolor percentage. The TA also provides the moisture content information, and he can create the inspection. So the inspection is created successfully. Once the inspection is created, now the other steps can be followed. Once the inspection is done, the spraying information can be added by using the spray page. We can go to the spray, we can select the shed where the spraying needs to be done. So if we select any, let's say we select a shed number 1, we tell whether we are spraying on the stack or the empty floor. Let's say it's the stack. We select on which stack. Once we select the stack, the pop-up here is saying that in this stack we have already sprayed 3 times, so you should not be spraying the 4th time. So that is why it is preventing the user from spraying on this particular stack. So let us go ahead and select some other stack. We'll select the shed 2. Once again we'll select the stack and we will select the stack 2C08. Once we select the stack, it provides us the information about that stack on number of bags that are currently there. We need to tell the length, breadth and height of the stack on which we are spraying. So let's say length is 10 meter, breadth is 8 and height is 12. Based on these parameters and based on the chemical selection, let's say we select malathion powder, the system will provide us based on the length, breadth and height and based on the chemical that we select over here, the system will provide us the dosage, and from the dosage the system will also recommend us the suggested quantity of chemical that should be used. In this box we need to provide the actual chemical quantity that was used for spraying. So let's say 1.25 kg of malathion powder was used for spraying. If any remarks needs to be given, can be provided over here and the spray information can be saved. So this is how the spraying information is added into the system. Now let us log out and log in as the QC manager and let us see what are the other additional operations that can be done for preventive quality. So we are logged in as the QC manager now. Now once again the QC manager can view all the reports as similar to the TA, but however the QC manager can perform various other operations. Like for example, he can perform the fumigation planning as well. Under the fumigation planning, it will show all the list of stacks where the fumigation is due, where during inspection some pests were found and where the curative disinfestation needs to be done. So as a QC manager, he will be able to select the date of fumigation. Let's say in this stack, the fumigation has to be done on 9th. He selects which TA will perform this, and let's say for this particular stack also, the fumigation will be done today and it will be done by Rajpura TA. And let us go and save this. Now once this is saved, the respective TAs will receive a notification and it is come under the plant status. So under their fumigation plan, the TA will be seeing and they would be able to perform the fumigation. For any stack where the fumigation needs to be skipped, the manager QC can select the stack and they can click on skip fumigation, under which the stack will be moved out of the fumigation list. We will see how the actual fumigation happens once we log in as the TA and perform fumigation for this selected stack. As a quality inspector, he can also perform some additional functionality like stores. Under the store, he can go and update the asset stock where he can purchase, or he can update the new chemical that has come into the depot and he can provide that information. So now let us quickly log in back as the TA and perform the fumigation operation. We are logged in back as the TA, and now under preventive quality, when we go for view fumigation plan, the TA will see the stacks that has been marked by the manager QC on which this TA, the logged in TA needs to do the fumigation. So let us take the example of 2C09 and perform the fumigation. He clicks on the fumigation. First of all, he selects what kind of fumigation it is, whether it is a cover fumigation or the shed fumigation, which shed, which stack is performing the fumigation. The system will also tell the number of times the fumigation has been done, the quantity in stack, the current quantity that is there in the stack, then which chemical is being used for fumigation. Let's say we are using the aluminum phosphide powder. The suggested quantity of the chemical based on the quantity in stack is 68 grams. and this is the standard dosage. And in this box we need to provide the details of the actual chemical, that is actual quantity of chemical that is being used. Let's say we use 50 grams. This is the place where we provide the details of infestation before the fumigation. So let's say it was 2, and we can provide any remarks and we can save this. So the fumigation is done. Now after 5 or 6 days after the fumigation, the TA can go back to the fumigation list. He can edit and perform the degassing and provide us the result with the inspection results after fumigation. So he can go and see the fumigation list, view fumigation plan. This is the fumigation that we performed in this particular demo. He can click on update fumigation. On clicking of update fumigation, first of all he will be seeing the information that he added while doing the fumigation. He tells us the date of the degassing and the infestation after fumigation. If the infestation after fumigation is not 0, then this stack will again automatically mark for refumigation, and if it is 0, then the fumigation was successful. So this is how the fumigation is done into the system. Now after the fumigation, let us go back and log in as the manager QC and see what are the other operations that can be done. We are logged in back as the manager QC, and as a manager QC he is eligible to perform any downgrade or upgrading of the stock. So for downgrading or upgrading the stock, the manager QC will select the shed and the stack on which he is downgrading or upgrading. As soon as the stack is selected, it will provide us the information about the current stock holding in the stack, and he selects whether he is upgrading or he is downgrading. So let's say he's downgrading. He selects, so the current category is A, so he is downgrading this particular stack to B, and he can provide a reason for the upgrade and downgrade and save this. As soon as this is saved, the system will tag this particular stack into the category B as it is being downgraded by the manager QC. Apart from this, the manager QC can also view various reports. For example, he can see the inspection register for shed number, selected shed, and based on the TA, let's say for all the TA, and between range of date, for example from 1st November to 15th December, what are the different inspections that has happened. So this is the information that is given over here. So these are the different operations that has happened, or different inspections that has happened on this particular stack. So in stack 1A01, between the selected range of date, 5 times the inspection has been done, and these are the different results for each time the inspection was carried out. Similarly, the manager QC can also see other reports like the fumigation register, the spraying register, and the inventory stock. So this is how the preventive quality is being managed in the Depot online system. Thank you for watching this video.